Hello, everybody, and welcome to a historic nuclear heat. And it's a historic nuclear heat because this is the last nuclear heat. As I mentioned, I will be joining the Podcast One family starting on Tuesday, and I will be on Podcast One 5 days a week. You will be able to hear Vince Russo's The Brand absolutely free on iTunes, or go to podcast1.com and hear the show. The good news is, though, I will continue the Raw reviews every Monday with Raj and Sean, and I really enjoy that. I really enjoy being honest about the product, honest about the show. Sean and Raj are just as honest as me. I look forward to continuing my relationship with WrestlingInc.com. They've been great to me, so I'm happy to remain a part of the family. But Nuclear Heat is no longer going to take place on Thursdays, but you can go to russosbrand.com and catch up on all our latest podcasts and everything that I'm doing there. I have to laugh to myself because every time I say this is a historic Nuclear Heat, I think of a story the Disco Inferno told me. And Disco told me a story of when I went home from WCW after my first 3 months on the job, and when the politics kicked in and they told me they wanted to go in another direction, and I basically said, good, go in the other direction, I'm going home. Disco said to me when they got to the next TV that Johnny Ace basically said to him, it's a historic Raw Nitro. It's a historic Nitro, Disco. And Disco said, Johnny, why is it historic? And Johnny goes, because we're not going to have any more of the damn girls on the show. So Johnny Ace was happy that there were no longer going to be any hot chicks, any hot Nitro girls in angles on Monday Nitro. So every time I think about it's a historic this or it's a historic that, I immediately think of that story with Johnny Ace. But it's going to be a historic WrestleMania. And I got to tell you something, man. I got to tell you something. Listen, I'm going to shoot totally straight with you, okay? I'm not excited about WrestleMania. I stopped getting excited about wrestling shows and wrestling matches a long time ago. You know, I mean, come on, bro. It's like I'm Vince Scully. Do you think after 60 years as the Dodger announcer that Vince Scully still gets excited over Dodger games? He doesn't get excited. It's his job. It becomes your job. So being a critic and looking at the wrestling business as a whole, it is Vince Russo's job, and I do the best job that I can. But I don't get excited about, WrestleMania or matches. I don't get excited about that. I'm excited. Baseball season is starting on Sunday. I'm very excited about that. I'm very excited about fantasy baseball kicking off again. I'm extremely excited about that. But wrestling is my job. But if I'm excited about something, and this is an absolute shoot, it's not WrestleMania. I am excited that the WWE, Vince McMahon, he's got the opportunity here on Sunday to clean the slate and start anew, start from scratch, start all over again. He has that opportunity on Sunday. And I'm very optimistic about that because if they make the proper moves that I feel need to be made at WrestleMania, they're going to kick off, post-WrestleMania with a bang. And that's exactly what they need to do. Listen, I can't sit here and I'm not going to believe for 1 second. I'm not. I don't believe it. I would bet my house this would not happen because this cannot happen. For the sake of the wrestling business and the fans and everybody who's a part of it, this cannot happen. Roman Reigns cannot beat Triple H and come out of the match the babyface champion that Vince McMahon has wanted for the last couple of years. That cannot happen. And The Undertaker cannot beat Shane McMahon. What we need is we need a Shane victory We need to get Shane McMahon's blood back into the WWE in some kind of capacity. And we need Roman Reigns to step out of WrestleMania with a new persona. And listen, I'm going to tell you this too. It doesn't necessarily have to happen at WrestleMania. It could happen the following night on Raw. But by the time Monday is over, it needs to happen. We need to see a new Roman Reigns. Now, a lot of people are calling for, even when I was on Austin's podcast, and I respect the opinion of Steve Austin probably more than anybody, a lot of people are calling for a Reigns heel turn. Me, the word heel is bothering me. I don't think it needs to be a heel turn. I would like to see Roman Reigns just become an island unto himself. No friends, everybody's enemies. He's out for himself. He only cares about himself, doesn't give a crap about the Usos, his own blood, doesn't give a crap about Dean Ambrose, becomes paranoid and convinced that everybody is gunning for him. So it's Roman Reigns against the world. He reacts to the fan reaction. If they boo him, he flips them the double bird. He says what really is on his mind, and people hate it because he's got the WWE title. I think Roman Reigns is more than capable of pulling that off. He's never been given the opportunity. He's been asked to continue to carry himself as a babyface, even though when the positions he's been in to do that have been impossible, but he's done everything they've told him to do. I think they need to let Roman Reigns run. Maybe put him in a nice, long, black Sting trench coat. Let him start getting a little scraggly. Let's really make this guy an a-hole. And it's Roman Reigns or bust, doesn't care about anybody else, has no friends, will fight anybody at the roster, but you're going to have to kill him to get that WWE title away from him. That's the Reigns that I'd like to see. Now, how do we get there? I got to tell you a couple things. There are a couple of things I would like to see in the Reigns Triple H match. I'll tell you right now. First of all, I think it makes all the sense in the world to have Seth Rollins get involved in that match. And I think it makes all the sense in the world to make it look like Seth Rollins is going to do something to Roman Reigns, but turn around and lay out Triple H, which may allow Reigns to get over. Because listen, let's face it, Reigns was the champion when he got hurt, and he had to give off over that belt. Now, all of a sudden, you never hear Rollins mentioned by Triple H, and it's all about Triple H. It's all about me, 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 me. I would love to see Rollins come out. Screw Triple H. That sets off Rollins and Triple H. When Rollins gets healthier, Rollins is now a baby face. But I got to be honest with you, even Rollins doing that, I don't think the fans cheer for Reigns after that. I really don't. But here is where I think you could turn Reigns. I think you bring The Rock out. We save The Rock for the celebration. The Rock gets in the room. The people go crazy over The Rock. Think about it. Think about this. If they're booing Reigns out of the building and Rock comes out, and 100,000 people are cheering and putting over Rock, and Reigns sees this from the background, and he's like, "Are you effing kidding me? This is my moment. They're gonna boo me and go crazy for this jack off." And Reigns lays out Rock, and I'm talking leaves him a bloody mess at the end of WrestleMania. Now you've got a heel, or, somebody that is not going to let anybody one-up him in Roman Reigns. But like I said, even if they do it there, they don't do it there. They still have the opportunity to do it the day after. I cannot believe Monday Night Raw is going to end and Reigns is going to be the babyface champion that Vince McMahon wants, and it looks like not too many other people want. I can't believe that is going to happen. Why? Because it will be such an uphill battle for Vince McMahon trying to book it that way every week when the fans are fighting it. And listen, I got to be honest with you. It might not even be the majority of the fans fighting it. It may just be the hardcore fans. It may just be the vocal fans. But when that vibe is coming across every week on television, that's not good. Because people are sitting home basically saying, why are they booing Roman Reigns? And I say this all the time here. Perception is everything. And all of a sudden, all the people that like Roman Reigns, well, now they're starting to think, well, there's a reason. I guess there's a reason not to like him. Maybe we should be booing him too. So you've got to pay attention to the vocal fans that seem to be showing up at a lot of the shows lately, because they'll turn the fans at home that like Roman Reigns. So listen, man, I know Vince. I know Vince better than a lot of people. And I know that Vince that says you're going to like this whether you like it or not. I'm going to feed you this and you're going to eat it. I know that, Vince. But if we're going to talk about what's best for business, I can't believe for a second that Vince is going to get his way at the cost of what it may cost his own company. So I am optimistic, and I am excited about the new possibilities for the WWE. You know, this happened to me one time with Vince. I'm going to tell you a little story. I think it was SummerSlam 98. And we were going, it was the highway to hell, and we were going into Taker and Austin. And I remember at the time, Taker and Austin were very, very good friends. And the way they wanted this match booked was they wanted babyface versus babyface. That's what the talent wanted. Now, as a guy coming from New York, SummerSlam was going to be at MSG that year, and I was adamant saying, guys, MSG, the New York crowd is not going to want to see a babyface versus babyface match. That's not what they want. They're going to want to see you two guys going out there absolutely killing each other. And this was the one and only time I raised my voice to Vince. And I told him, bro, you're wrong. You're wrong. I understand Taker and Austin want it, but it's not best for business. You're wrong. It's New York City. They want to see these two guys kill each other. And the first and only time I ever raised my voice at Vince and really stuck to my guns, well, they had their babyface match. They did not get the reaction they wanted. And I think when all was said and done, Taker and Austin were a little disappointed. So I've seen that side of Vince where, okay, that's what they want. That's what we're going to do. And the New York crowd's going to like it. I've seen that. I can't believe that's going to happen. I'm going to tell you that. I can't believe it's going to happen. Number two, Shane versus The Undertaker. Listen, what would have been the point at all in bringing Shane McMahon into this angle if he was just going to get beaten and go away? It would make absolutely no sense. Shane has gone out there time after time after time and basically said the product sucks. Raw under you sucks. Raw under Stephanie and Triple H sucks. We need a change. There's no way Shane McMahon can lose the match, because then what? Then basically you're telling us the product is still going to suck with Vince McMahon running the show and a Triple H and Stephanie? That can't happen. Shane McMahon has to go over in the match. And again, there are some creative ways that they can do this, but I got to be honest with you. I'd like to see Shane beat Taker clean. I just would, and I think it's easy to tell that story. You could have Taker take it to Shane, take it to Shane, take it to Shane, but Shane being Shane, Taker cannot put him away. And the longer the match goes, the more tired Taker becomes. You know, it's kind of the rope-a-dope. It's Muhammad Ali and George Foreman, for those of you that can remember that. And the longer the match goes, the more the advantage is going to Shane. All it would take is Shane hitting a crazy move, which you know he's going to do, getting the 1, 2, 3, helping Taker up, Taker looking at him in absolute amazement, Taker shaking his hand, putting Shane over. Here comes Vince McMahon. Here comes Triple H, maybe even Stephanie, whatever. Start cutting the promo on Taker. Taker tombstones every single one of them. And, you know, now Taker is on his feet. Taker's up. Everybody's happy. Shane went over. Taker laid out the entire McMahon family. That's just one scenario. There are a million ways to skin the cat. But Shane McMahon has to go over in the match. And I believe wholeheartedly he will go over in the match. Otherwise, the last 6 weeks were a total waste of time, and we're right back to where we started. So I want to see a character change with Roman Reigns, if not Sunday night, the following night on Raw. I want to see Shane McMahon go over. I am optimistic. There are so many places that the WWE can go from here. There are so many possibilities. It leaves the door open to so many things. So there you have it. That's what I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to the hope and not the event per se. And speaking of events, I am headed out to WrestleCon on Friday. Ed Ferrara and myself will be giving a seminar there on booking, a Q&A type of thing on Saturday. Then we will be sitting at a table, you know, meeting the fans, signing autographs. I haven't gotten together with Ed in the last 5 years. I'm looking forward to that. And I'm also looking forward to seeing a lot of my colleagues, just, you know, a lot of people that I haven't seen in a long time, just to say hello. You know, it's not many times that I get the opportunity. Look, a lot of times I'm in this office. This has become my life. This has become my world, podcasting. And a lot of times I don't get out and get to see a lot of the people I worked with, and I'm really looking forward to that. So again, listen, I want to thank you for watching Nuclear Heat. I really enjoyed doing that. As I said, if you want to continue to see my podcasts, you can go to russosbrand.com. You can read about how to join the Realm Network for only $2.95 a month. You'll see all my shows on video. Or starting on Tuesday, you'll have the option to go to podcast1.com and hear all my shows on iTunes and podcast1.com for free Monday through Friday. Your support means everything to me. Listen, man, I never sit here and put myself over, regardless of what the detractors and the haters want to say. I would still not be in this business 25 years after the fact if it weren't for people like you supporting me and watching me and still listening to me. And I know that wholeheartedly, and that's why a lot of times I go out on the limb. I put my reputation out on the limb because I'm not going to bullshit you, pardon my French. I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm going to tell you what I honestly think, and I'm going to give you the reasons why. Why? Because you deserve that. You deserve that. As wrestling fans and people that pay my income, you deserve the truth. I don't believe in gossip. I don't believe in rumors. I don't believe in hearsay. I believe in the truth. I believe in giving you the truth. But without you supporting me, there is no me. I want to thank each and every one of you. I want to thank Raj, especially from WrestlingInc.com. But I'm not going nowhere on Monday nights. Immediately following Raw, myself and Sean and Raj will be reviewing the show, as always, business as usual. So everybody, enjoy WrestleMania. Let's look at this as a new hope and a new beginning. That's how I'm looking at it. And I will see you Monday night right back here on WrestlingInc.com. Take care, everybody.